And welcome, guys. We're back with Filmmaking Times. I know it's been a long time, but like I promised, we'll eventually come back with the show. And today, actually, I got a special guest, Danny Ruan. Some of you guys might actually know him. Me and him basically we've collaborated on a lot of projects before. Danny, for those of you who don't know, is a director. He mainly directs, I guess, music videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
What other stuff have you done?
Commercials. Well, hi, and thanks for inviting me, Tom
No
Antos.
problem. Thanks for having us. Tell us first, I guess, for the people who don't know your work, like what have you done? And
Well, I work in commercials, advertisement, like many years, and after that, I found out that music industry. I was very attracted to music industry,
uh-huh.
so I started to make music videos, and I liked it.
Mhm.
First, I started with like a hobby, and after that, I found that you can get money for that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, so you're doing it all for
So
money.
I help the community to.
Okay. So you're saying you're doing it all for money. That's all it is.
No, it's not for money
Oh,
because
okay.
it's different and it's funny and it's great. I think because you can put all your creativity there.
Okay.
So it's different. In commercials, you have to do the agencies tells you what to do. It's
Yeah.
different.
So
You have some rules.
But you started and you're saying like you wanted to just make films.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I wanted to make films.
So probably one of the I know I get that asked a lot is, since you want to be a filmmaker, right? Your passion ultimately is making films, and I think the first time we worked together was on a film, right?
Really?
I think it was a short film, right?
Uh,
I'm trying to imagine. I think it was you. I think you shot a film for me. You were a cinematographer on my film.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was the first time we actually worked. I mean, I've seen your work before then, because when I met you, you were doing commercials.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't really do music videos. Now, being a filmmaker, would you say it's as a advice to career advice to people maybe who are who are interested into getting into filmmaking? Is it a good idea to get into directing music videos or no?
It is if you keep it in mind that you have to survive too. It's not a hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's because so many directors are my friends that I know in commercials actually, and in making films. They think that music video is only for a hobby. Just like, oh, there's an artist I want to make a music video. They said, oh, there's any director who wants to support me with my music video, and all the directors say, yeah, because it's like one opportunity they have, to explore into their creativity. It is, oh, I have the opportunity right now to make something I want. So that's why they think it's not a job, but it is actually. If you think that the music is an industry, and there's a lot of artists, international artists. There's promotion, there's marketing, there's a whole process that you have to understand. Then you can understand that you can get money for that, and you can go higher and higher because better artists. That's why I was growing up. At the beginning, I was making music videos for $1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm starting.
Well, I mean, I've heard people doing music videos for $100.
Yeah, I know. But I had the experience of commercials.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, wait, maybe as director's assistant in commercials, I will get like for one commercial more than that. 2 days working and then music video for artists that nobody knows. Yeah, there's nobody. I'm sorry if I offended someone, but they were trying. It says I only have this quantity of money. Say okay, let's do it. Okay, don't worry. But after that, people know see your job. If you're talented, so they keep calling you. Say I know you made this music video for this artist. So okay. So let's do this, and you're increasing the money you charge for the music video. So that's what it is. If you grow, if you don't only settle in the thing that making music videos for cheap is bad. I think it's a mistake. You have to understand that you have to grow, you have to get better artists, better clients.
Okay, so you're saying if somebody called you, not right now obviously, but when you were starting out, if somebody called you, I only have $100, would you do it?
No.
Okay. so for cheap or not for that cheap?
I spend more in gasoline in my car, so no.
Okay.
No. At least, this a great artist that have a great job, great music, and you see that it's an opportunity. Sometimes you have to invest. You know, you have to, even if you not get, you know that, right?
Well, I mean, I would say, I mean, I'm guessing if before you did your first job, you had to invest in your equipment, right?
Of
Your
course.
camera, lights, whatever, all that stuff, because on those super low budget videos, you're not gonna have money basically to go in and actually rent equipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're investing there, but would you invest in terms of like you're saying you would do a video with somebody who's like completely unknown because you would think that they have a potential to become
More
famous
than
like some
potential
artists?
is that they have to be clear on the path they're choosing.
Okay.
They're chosen. I'm sorry, but just for example, right now, well, I my first music video that was a hit
Okay.
was this singer named Dayanara in Ecuador, is very popular right now. So I realized that she was making a great job. She knew, and his and her boyfriend, I think, is the manager,
Uh-huh.
and they have it clear. You know, they knew that the, the things they had to make to become greater. You know, it is
Uh-huh.
better than
So like that
the
video,
time.
like those
That's
are
the first music video of her.
so those are the clips, right, that we're showing right now. And in
Yeah.
this video, for example, then, what like can you give us can you tell us what the budget was or kind of the conditions that this was shot in? Or,
Okay, yeah, no, we had a deal with the client. We said, okay, we can charge you no more than 3,000 or 3,500, I think. I don't remember.
Uh-huh.
But it was in 2017, and was, I think, was for September or November, October. October, I don't remember. But he said, well, I only have like less than 3,000. I said, no, give me more money because I can maybe rent some lights, you know, stuff. But I didn't tell the guy, but I was thinking, I and my partner at that time, that maybe we're not gonna get any dollar for that. It's, it was our investment because for us,
Okay, so you basically saying you were willing to take a loss on that job
yeah,
because you saw the potential in the artist.
of course,
Okay.
and most of the potential of the voice, you know, everything was that they have it, they have a goal, you know,
Uh-huh.
and they said no, we're taking these steps, so this is where are we gonna do, and we're talking about promotion, and it's important for the music industry. If the artist doesn't know anything on promotion, don't do that job, guys. No, because in music industry you need promotion. It's important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if not, you're not going
Well, I mean,
anywhere.
before we started, you were telling me that you did one video that I think looks beautiful, and for the artists that didn't release the video first of all at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then when they finally did release it, they basically just didn't spend any money, nothing to.
Less than
and it-
1,000 views.
Yeah, yeah, and it's sad. Like, well, and at least if you get paid for it, and you know you got paid, right?
Yeah, I got
But if
paid.
you did it like you said, like as an investment, and you put in all this time and work, and maybe you even took a loss, you know, spending on equipment, and in the end the video basically gets no views, well then that's not a good investment, basically.
Yeah, it's maybe an investment for me in my reel. You know, this music video is beautiful, but as promotion, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So for example, in case of like Dayanara here, this video that you did, what were some of the things that you basically noticed, I guess, about it that like the things about her, I guess, or the song? What was it that made you kind of go, okay, it's worth doing this for me, even if I lose money on it?
Because she was the girlfriend of a very popular guy on television.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
Well, by the way, for those of you who don't know, she was basically this was her first music video, right?
yeah,
At that point, she hadn't released anything.
no,
And so you're saying, okay, so she knew somebody who was in the industry, right?
yeah,
And then, but was that the only thing? Like, I mean, like, was that the only thing that made you go, oh, okay, this might be worth my time? Like doing that music video.
yeah. Well, this guy is guiding her, her boyfriend.
Her manager, you're saying?
Her money is
Okay.
her boyfriend
Okay.
too. So he explained me all the goals they had
Okay.
at that moment, and it was okay. And I saw their Instagram account of 1,000 of followers, so it was not a problem. It says, what's that?
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
come on, Tom.
No. Sorry.
Don't distract me.
I know I'm not being a good host here because while Danny's talking, I'm like checking here at the computer, looking for comments and seeing all the people have joined us. So we have actually quite a few people watching, which I'm happy. and looks like there's no technical problems. So if there is something, let me know in the comments. But yeah, go on. So you're saying, so you saw that she had a connection in the industry. Her
Yeah.
manager, her boyfriend,
Well, in television, you know.
in television. Okay.
Yeah, in channels. So it was
Okay.
very popular
And
in
then-
farandula. We said when, you know, some TV shows talk about all the artists, you know, the people on TV, yeah, popular people there. So her boyfriend was pushing her, you know,
Okay.
to grow in her career. So it was good for us, and we didn't know the kind of the hit it was gonna be for us. It was great for us garage filmmakers. After that, we stopped to doing like cheap music videos, and so many people started notice that we make, you know, we work. That's why our name is Garage Filmmakers. It's like we make films or well, music videos or everything, like with the things you find in a garage. You know, very simple. You know,
Well, not anymore, right?
not anymore right now.
Yeah, but when you started.
Now we started, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we have a cheap camera, like the Sony 6300, and we have some lenses maybe, and let's do a great job.
I think the first music video that I worked with you on, I think that's what it was, right? We shot it on 60.
Yeah, it was the
6300?
first music video. No, before the name Garage Filmmakers, because my first music video was years ago, I think in 2012. And it's a friend that told me, I want to make a music video, please have a cover, get lucky. So I said, okay, just pay for the food and the gas and everything. So we did it, and it's a great music video.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm surprised that a lot of people said, really? Just $100? It was just helping my friend, you know, the singer.
Yeah.
Just, it's okay for fun.
Yeah.
It was, we made it with
So how long was the shoot then?
From 12 to 6 p.m. I think.
Oh, wow,
To
okay.
sunset.
Way shorter than when
the
me and
midday.
you work.
Yeah.
The last video, well, we actually shot a video, was it last week, right?
Yeah.
Last week, and what was the second day was how many hours?
Oh my God.
15, 16 hours?
20 hours, I think.
Or something? Yeah. In the end, by the time we got home, it was very late. But, damn, yeah.
Yeah.
So you started doing 6 hour music video shoots. Now it goes to 20
but that's
hours.
I made that music video just for helping my friend. You know,
Okay,
just, and I didn't charge anything for that. But years after that, I realized that it was great to make music videos, and then I started to charge more and more and more and more, and taking it as a real job. That's important. You think that it's a real job, not a hobby.
Yeah.
So there, the artists are gonna call you and say, okay, now at the beginning was, I have 2,000. Okay, let's do more videos like 2,000. I have 3,000. Okay. But it depends, I think, and the way how you sell the idea to them. You know, just show the idea. Do I have this idea? Okay, I like it. Yeah, you make it. You make the client fall in love with your idea. You know.
Yeah.
And then you have, okay, I'm sorry, but with the money you're giving me, it's not enough. So I need a little bit more. Okay, I love the idea. So how much? And then you can charge a little bit more.
Yeah.
But and then with time you start to increasing all the the budget.
Yeah.
And after that was 4,000, 6,000. Right now we made a music video for more than 10,000, and people know that I'm charging like that. They don't complain because they can see the quality, you know.
Well, I think I mean that if whether it's more from my own experience or like just looking at your reel, like right now, the shots that you have on your reel, like once you've done enough of those jobs, whether you did them for free or at a loss, or whether you got paid, at the end of the day, all that matters is your work. So when you have a good reel like this, I think at the end, people are gonna see it in the industry. They're gonna look at that quality and they're gonna be like, okay, I want my next music video to look like that, and then. Especially when there are people, like I said, who are really in the industry and they're making money and they're treating this as a business, they're not going to look at it like, oh my God, $10,000 is a big expense. Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, I mean, an artist that's actually working in a music video, like a musician, I mean, how much would you say an artist spends on promoting a song, just on the promotion?
It depends on your target, I think. Depends on how you want to create an impact in the music industry.
But I mean, like most serious artists, it's going to be in the thousands. It's not going to be like, oh, I have $100 budget to advertise somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like thousands of dollars they're going to spend, right? So if you tell them, okay, for 10,000, 20,000, I can do a music video for you, and it's gonna look like my previous work. I think that's most people are gonna be like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna go and spend, let's say, what is it like? Let's say $5,000 promoting a song or a music video that they shot for $100.
Yeah.
They want something really good at that point, right? So.
And I went so many times to post in Instagram account. It's very, it can be offensive for some artists to say, okay, stop doing music videos and music without thinking on promotion, because it's impossible. Because at the end of the day, while we're making a music video, the first thing you have to understand, I understood because I worked in commercials many years. I'm still working in commercials, so I was doing just for money. But
you don't love commercials?
Huh?
You don't love doing commercials?
Yeah, I like to do, but I don't fight for the ideas, because at the end is the the agency idea.
Yeah.
So maybe you can make them think like, okay, this is Danny as the idea. So when I send the first offline cut, the editing, they said maybe, but it's okay. I don't fight with them because I don't discuss, because okay, whatever you want, it's okay, But in music videos, it's different.
You have more creative control, right?
Of course, and I put it there in the contract. Yeah, even the right to put my name in the music video.
Oh, so maybe talk about that. So when you started out, like that video with Dayanara, you had your name like right there displayed on in the music video. Because a lot of music videos don't have names, right? Like, they'll have the name of the artist, not the director or the production company. So is that something that you always ask for when you?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
This time.
Do you always get it?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Until this time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem with that.
Okay.
Just once, and I cannot say the music. You know the music video. I told you.
I'm trying to remember.
Well,
I think I know. Yeah.
But after a long,
I'm gonna trust them.
Long discussion, I had the right to put it there, and okay. But I was telling you that if you start to working in music videos, you need to understand that this is a commercial. It's hard to believe, actually, that no, but music videos is for art. No, it's a commercial. It's a commercial where you sell the brand is the artist and the product is the song.
Okay, but it's different than doing commercials for for a drink.
The thing is that
right?
people don't. Many directors don't understand that you need to sell the artist and his song. That's important. If you don't sell the artist and you try to show your talent, you're doing nothing. You're just doing something for your ego.
Okay.
It's not how it works in music industry.
All right.
It's different.
Well, speaking of commercials, I'm going to do a quick little break here just to thank our sponsor. So,
Help me.
No. So we have a sponsor today is actually Leopold. They provided us with this really cool, actually, portable monitor. It weighs £1.5 pounds, and it's available on Amazon right now. If you guys want, you can get it. It's just like, look at it. It's super thin, basically super light. Like I said, £1.5 pounds. 1080p display, LED. It has 300 nits of brightness. It's not maybe something you're going to use out in the field. Like in broad sunlight, but in a studio like we have up here, it's great because it is light. Or if you're in let's say you're you're working on your laptop and you want an extra screen with you. Literally, this thing is thinner than any laptop you're gonna find. So, kind of a cool thing. So, anyways, if you guys are interested, check it out. The link is in the description of this video. I want to again give a thanks to Leopold for sponsoring this live show today. So. And if you're interested, let me know. I might actually do like a full review of this, so you guys can check that out. Anyways, let's continue here with Danny. By the way, let us know if you have any questions for Danny. Basically, maybe questions about career advice or how he got into it, or maybe something technical, gear. Because Danny is, you're mainly a director now, but you worked as a cinematographer for a while. And when we started working, you shot a film for me. Then I shot a music video for you, right? So we kind of collaborated always, right? So when you're directing, you need help, I would step in as a cinematographer and vice versa. So that's kind of how it works usually in the industry. People kind of, you help each other out whenever you can. But yeah, if you have any questions for Danny, let us know up here. Otherwise, maybe my next question would be, so you're starting out, right? You said with whatever equipment you can get, right? uh, and sometimes doing even music videos at a loss, right? So because you just want to have that demo reel, you want to show your work, right? How when you are starting out and you have nothing to show, no demo reel, how do you get the first clients, the first, like, let's say in the music video, especially industry, how do you get those musicians to say yes to you when you have nothing to show? And even if you're doing it for free, I mean, like I would think anybody, because you can get, I guess, just any musician, but you want to get, like you said, musicians that have talent, that have a potential, right? That that when you do a video for them, that this video is going to get seen by a lot of people. So how do you get them to say yes to you, to you directing the video?
Unless you have so much
Okay.
much luck. But my investment, I didn't know that time, was to make this music video for my friend. I told you, remember, for $100.
Okay.
And after that, a lot of people starting to see my work in YouTube. Can you put the music video?
Oh,
It's in Norca.
Norca. Okay, let me see.
After that, I didn't know that there were gonna be people or artists calling me, or asking me, how much for this music video and everything. And I said, okay, people like my work, so I don't know.
No. Keep talking. Or I'll find it.
That one, yeah. That music video.
So this one is saying was $100 basically.
Yeah.
And that was spent on what?
Spend on what?
Like
2 pizzas and gas,
Okay.
maybe. Yeah. And that's just for help her, just because.
I mean, I'll tell you, yeah. There's the cinematography, like a cool location we found, but it's more than that. Obviously, it's the. Wait a minute, is that the same location that we shot part of my film in?
Yeah.
In Ecuador, yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize that mountain now. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a I guess, shot video, but it's pretty simple as a concept, right?
Yeah, it's simple, but
that was enough to get clients, right?
Yeah, but that time I didn't know that I was gonna use it to get clients.
Okay.
That was not my purpose. So I was like, okay, I'm doing this for fun because I was working in commercials as a director's assistant. I wasn't a director. So for me, it's like, okay, let's do this because I want to do something different. And years after that, the one artist called me and said, "Oh, I have a project for you and everything." And said we became friends. And oh my God, it's too emotional. No.
I wanted to use this.
Yeah,
I got a new mix board, by the way,
have
guys.
so many sounds. It's very funny.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the Rode mixer basically that I got, and yeah, it's a fun little thing. And by the way, actually, this whole today live stream, not sponsored or anything, I just literally got this, is from Blackmagic, the ATEM Mini. It's a swim mixer basically, or a switcher. Video switcher, very cool little thing that before, for those of you guys who were following my live shows, I was using another Blackmagic one, the Blackmagic, it was the other ATEM, I forget the name of it, with the one for broadcasting and all that stuff. Well, the cool thing is that now, first of all, it's way smaller than before, and it's all together one. So you can do a video switching here, you can even do audio mixing. Again, I'll probably do a review of this in the future, but it's just a really cool device now that allows you to do basically lets you go and do live shows like this. And with the Rodecaster here that I have for mixing audio, I can even do live podcasts with this. So I can send it out after on wherever it is that people get podcasts from. But anyways, let's maybe look at some questions here that we have. So which one is it here? We got. I guess Damien is asking. I wonder if the question. Should we keep renting fancy cameras or one big light and an invested balance between the always used gear and the brand? I'm not quite sure if I understand it. But I guess it's when it comes to about investing into equipment. What would you say?
Well, it depends on the budget right now. Right? Because at the first, yeah, I had to rent some lights. And I remember which in this music video I told you, Dayanara was the first music video we rent lightnings and what else? And I think we rent a big truck with power. How do you say the power?
Mm-hmm. The generator?
Generator, yeah, I'm sorry. And
For those of you who don't know, by the way, Danny is from Ecuador, right? That's majority of, I guess. Well, that's where you started. Now you've shot music videos in all over South America, Central America, in North America now,
yeah,
right? In different places. So you think, but you've started when the first, like the year, pretty much the first year that you started doing music videos was all in Ecuador, right?
yeah,
Okay. So yeah, so that's so some things might obviously be different in Ecuador. I know in Ecuador, well, from my experience doing films there, it's not as easy to rent stuff, right? Equipment. There's just not as
it's
big.
expensive.
Well, it's expensive, even though you might be surprised because a lot of things you would think are basically what do you call it? Yeah, a lot of things are in Ecuador compared to U.S. or other Europe. A lot of things are cheaper, but when it comes to equipment, filmmaking equipment, no, it's expensive. Right?
Yeah, it's very expensive in Ecuador.
Yeah, so it's expensive, but also I would say even if you can afford it, it's just it's not as there's not as many places, right? Like you don't have as many big cities, like not as
Only
easy, not
Guayaquil,
as
Quito,
fast.
Cuenca, but most of the equipment we have it in Guayaquil and Quito.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So obviously certain things are going to be different there, but I think a lot of what you went through is going to be universal. So like when it comes to investing in gear, what would you say is like the first thing or the advice that you could give to people?
Maybe lenses,
Oh yeah.
or the camera. If you can invest in a camera, let's invest in a camera. And I was dreaming about buying.
Okay, but it's interesting that you mentioned lenses. So you first bought lenses, and then the camera.
Yeah, I had some lenses, but I was sharing lenses with my friend Joao. Hi, Joao. How are you? And he was always he was only lending me his lenses. Remember the Rakinon lenses?
Yeah.
So yeah, I was working with that. But after that, I was working almost 2 years, I think, with the 6300, the Sony. Because you recommend me that camera, I said, if you want a cheap camera that's a good quality, just let's just buy the 6300. It was okay. But I would have felt satisfied with the camera. It's just something about the quality of the colors. It's at 8 bits. And when I started to make color grading, I love to make color grading. It's one of the things I enjoy to do. I started to realize that it was a problem in trying to make color grading 8 bits, and then I asked Master Antos to suggest me a camera, and I said I want a red, and he said no, red is too expensive. Yeah, so what else? Arial Alexa is impossible for me. More than $50,000 is ridiculous.
Well, to buy it, but you can always rent it, right?
Rent it, but in Ecuador, the old Arial Alexa, the first Arial Alexa, the price for renting is more than $600 by day. Okay. It's ridiculous. But those are the prices on Ecuador. So
just for the camera or like
just
with
for
lenses?
Some lenses, maybe the compact prime lenses, just the basics. And and with assistant 600 or maybe 800, depends on there's some days that the price go higher because
higher demand.
Yeah, higher demand. So then was the moment that you recommend me to buy the Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6. Okay. And well, after that, our job became better. I think the quality, the colors, everything was great. And right now, I'm very satisfied for the camera. But it was an investment that I took time to think about it, because it's not easy. It's this, okay, I'm going to buy this camera. So why I'm going to buy this camera? It's okay. It's because it's my job, because I don't want to rent cameras. I want to show the clients that I can make a better job. That's why. And let's go backward. When I said that the most important thing of making music videos is that that this is a job, it's a work, and you have to do it. Yeah, well, that's why. So if that's your way of thinking, maybe you can invest on your equipment. But I don't recommend to invest in lightnings on the basics like this one you have here. And that's all, I think. Yeah, because you can make.
Well, yeah, and especially once you start doing bigger jobs, I don't think it would be reasonable to have these huge lights and storage and all that stuff, plus maintenance, right? Because when you're shooting big music videos, a lot of people don't know, but like it's not just lighting shots at night, but like when you're shooting during the day, you give it that nice glamorous look on music videos. You need to rent, big lights, HMIs, right? Whatever it is, 5Ks, 8Ks, 10Ks. And those lights, first of all, you can plug them to a regular outlet. So then with that light, you would rent a generator, all that stuff. So it becomes a big production, there's no point in buying that kind of stuff. I don't personally don't think. And as far as I mean, I don't really know any filmmaker in the industry who actually owns those big lights. I know people who buy cameras, which like 20 years ago that wasn't the case. 20 years ago, people also didn't really buy cameras. People who rented everything. Now cameras, I think, just because they've come down in price so much, it makes a big, it makes a big difference. Now we do actually have a question here. One question is, let's see, a bunch of questions, but somebody's laughing at your comment of Master Antos. Mads Drader, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, is saying, so what is he shooting on today? So what are you actually shooting on today? Like, what's your camera, your main camera?
My main camera is the Ursa Mini 4.6K. It's great, but I'm thinking to buy next year the G2, the Ursa Mini Pro G2. Yeah.
I've had a chance to like play around with the G2, and it's. I mean, if you own the Pro, I don't know if there's that much of a difference unless you really care about the frame rates. Now, I'm saying that only from having like barely played around with the G2. I did speak to somebody at Blackmagic who actually was one of the engineers on the camera, and they said that it's not just the higher frame rates, that they've actually, I think they changed the newer processor, but the biggest thing is the processing power overall has been boosted up so they can pull more raw data, things like that. So saying that it does actually result in better image quality. So, but like even with somebody like you, like you've done big budget music videos, and you can see that you take it one step at a time, right? Like you don't go right away and buy the most expensive, camera like an Arri, whatever LF right now or something. Right?
Yeah, I know, and that's why you can find out people in the Ecuador. There's some companies that they think that buying the best camera in the market is gonna attract clients. So I saw some of my friends with the last red camera, and just filming events, with the red camera.
Like weddings?
Yeah, oh my god.
That's overkill.
Oh my god, yeah. So why? Because they decided to buy the red camera, and how now they have to pay the camera. Mm-hmm. That's why. So no, I think it's not a good decision to invest in a very expensive camera.
Yeah, and then I would say not only that, but yeah, like at the end of the day, whether it's investing in cameras, lights, or whatever, you want to invest in something that is not going to hold you down financially. Like if you buy something that you're barely paying off every month, then that means that you're forced to take on any job, even jobs that maybe you don't want to do or that are going to make you look bad or your company, because you just need that revenue, right? So you definitely want something like, best way is to save up some money and then just buy the cameras or whatever straight out for cash, not actually on credit, so that, again, you're not struggling them month to month and taking on jobs that I don't think you should take. I for sure can give advice that, like when I was doing films, like you don't want to just do every film project out there. Do stuff, doesn't matter whether it's for money or not, but do stuff that you think is going to be good quality. Because at the end of the day, like you can do a lot of jobs, like I see a lot of guys, unfortunately, who are some of them who are talented, like doing wedding videos, but like not even these big concept, epic wedding videos, but like just an average wedding video. They just go and shoot it every weekend, and it's killing them, I think, inside, because they really don't like doing it. But also at the end of the day, nobody's gonna take them seriously as a filmmaker, even though they're talented, because then every other filmmaker out there, like when they look at that person's work, they're like, well, everything you shot is a wedding video, so people they take that seriously, unless you want to make a lot of money doing wedding videos, which you can. Another question here we have is, hopefully I didn't miss it here. Okay, so from Trevor Penicky, sorry. When you're shooting videos, are you trying to follow an aesthetic trends, for example, for lighting and visual language, or do you have your own style that is more important? So do you basically is, I guess, asking is like, if you see like music videos, let's say right now that are trending, some popular video, are you trying to go with that style? Like you think that's kind of the wise decision, or do you have your own style that you just kind of stick to? Like I don't know if you remember, like a few years ago, every music video had the horizontal flares and light streaks, and then that kind of went out of style. But for a while, like a lot of music videos had that. So I guess the question is, do you? Do you
Well,
follow that? Do you pay attention at all to the what's current, what's popular right now?
actually, no.
No?
No. That's why I
Don't
remember
lie.
the
Come
other day.
on.
No, no,
Come
no.
on, Danny.
The other day we were driving back from New York after we shot the music video. Remember, you were talking with the artist in the car, and the camera assistant was asking me, "Do you try to push your clients to accept your ideas?" And I said yes. And in that moment, the artist looked at the back, like,
The evil look.
yeah. I think he felt uncomfortable, with that with my answer, because it's the truth. I
Well-
try to push them to accept my ideas,
Yeah.
and I don't care if this is fancy. I remember one client told me we need to use these LED lights. I don't know the name. LED light that
like
change colors.
The tubes, you mean? Like
The
those
tubes, yeah. Because we need that right now, because it's
Yeah,
right now.
that's true.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, all the artists are using it, and I said no.
Like a year ago, that was like the big thing
Yeah.
still. Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm sorry, but no. Why not? Because you don't need to follow them. Just let me show you an idea that I feel is better for your product. So you ask me, you look for me to create an idea that can make you, just put a name in the industry, that people can follow you and listen to your music. And that's why I'm here. So let me do my job.
Yeah.
So I think if you try only to get money, okay, do the same of everyone.
But also, I would say that like if you end up doing whatever's popular out there, yeah, maybe at the beginning you'll get money, but I think eventually, I think also people, because they'll just see that, yeah, like you're not original enough.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you, for me, I know from my experience, I met you right through family, but at the end of the day, I mean, I wouldn't work with you unless I thought that it was worthwhile. And what I found interesting in your stuff, your work that I saw when we first met was, it was original. There was originality in it, even though some of it. I know. Even though no, it was original. Even though I remember, like you were doing some stuff that was like super low budget, and it showed in some of the work, but it was original. The ideas. When it comes to your music videos now, sometimes it's too original. Like, I mean, it's like really out there. But no, I'm like, don't take it like. Yeah, I'm just saying, like videos where, like, I've seen some of your work where I'm like, holy shit, where did he come up with those ideas? So, here's some behind the scenes of this video, for example, that you shot. Was it like one of the recent ones?
Yeah, I did release it in September, I think.
Okay, this is behind the scenes, by the way, guys. That's not the actual music.
Yeah,
video.
this is a big artist of Ecuador.
Oh, yeah?
The name is Nikki. Yeah, it's a big artist in Ecuador, very known there. So a lot of people can know who is he. Who is she?
Is she the one that you did the music video where her car breaks down and then?
Yeah, that's one. I think that's my favorite music video because
I love the story. That's another thing I would say is your videos are original and visually the style. Like you come up with some crazy images. Like that one music video we had like the potato bags on people's heads or something.
Yeah.
Like it was just crazy
you have
stuff.
to show them too.
I'll once I find it, I'll show it. But that, like visually they're really original. But another thing about your music videos is that they have a story.
Yeah, I
Even
try.
like the last video that we shot, last week. I mean, it's the song is 2.5 minutes, and you have a story that like could be a feature film.
It's too long. It's so long, the story, that I had to break the song.
Yeah.
I had to stop the song to put a suspense, to the story, because otherwise, no, it's impossible to tell in one song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I try to tell stories. That's why
I love the shot, by the way. Sorry to interrupt, but this shot up here where she comes on the balcony and
yeah, I made in Bolivia that
Bolivia?
music video there. Yeah,
like that's I think one thing also that people don't pay attention to is which I would say the whole look of the video is going to be dictated obviously by your cinematography, your lighting, all that stuff, but also by the costumes and locations. I mean, like look at those are like killer locations, right?
yeah.
So would you say like is that something that a director decides?
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with me, yeah, I pay attention to everything. There's some directors I know they let you work. The art director, the wardrobe, they let you work. Like, okay, you decide. But no, I need to. It's part of the story, because if I put all my time, it's a secret. I tell my client that let me think like 2 or 3 days on the idea. So I always have it's a ritual I have.
Oh, okay.
I go to a coffee place, maybe just put a name Juan Valdez Coffee.
Okay.
There in a noisy
Is that
place.
free advertising for?
Yeah, no. It's because I need
Uh-huh.
myself. I need to sit there in a place with a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
That-
Really? That's
yeah,
funny.
I
So,
need
like,
it.
For me, I need like the opposite. Like I go to
No,
like
I
the
can.
forest
I
or
tried.
quiet beach.
I
or...
tried to go to the beach in the forest, be calm, but no, it's impossible. I get stressed. You know me. I always am stressed, and when I work, always yelling.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. And after that, I can buy a beer for the people. Let's relax and everything. But in the moment we shoot the music video, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hell with me because I'm very stressed. So that's
Well, it's not like hell, but yeah, maybe for you, I don't know how it is. For me,
Yeah.
I'm always relaxed.
Yeah, but the thing is that my ritual is to go to a place to drink a coffee, put some loud music in my headphones, and see the people walking, and maybe I can see someone fighting there, dealing with some problems. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But there I go to my laptop and start
okay,
writing,
okay.
and that's my ritual. For me, it works. How I create the ideas. Okay, so I take like 1 to almost 3 days, and after I have this just a synopsis, the first
Now,
script.
so when you thinking of those ideas, I'm guessing you're listening to the song also at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
So how much is it?
Many times.
So how much is it dictated by the song, and how much of it is dictated by whatever, like things that you inspire you, other things? Like is there like when you're thinking of the ideas or the story for the thing, for the songs?
I don't need to hear the lyrics.
Oh no.
No.
So it's just what? So what are you saying? Like just the type of music and the mood?
Yeah, this is part. I explained that in my YouTube channel. I remember I made a tutorial, a video there that just listen the music. Just
The
relax.
mood kind of thing.
The
Okay.
mood, yeah. What do you feel when you listen the music? So I know so many people that always complain. No, you have to listen what they're saying.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to do that because it's what you feel. I'm so sensitive. I think.
So that explains a lot because the last video we shot is it's a love song, right, or a
It's a
heartbreak
love
song.
Yeah, it's a sad song.
Yeah, heartbreak song. Yet the music video
We
has,
made a video game.
yeah, and it has video games in it. Has zombies, ninjas, bandits.
ninjas.
Like
yeah. It's
has,
crazy.
I mean, it's shooting in it.
But at the end, thanks God,
Well, the client
all works.
And the client will really love the concept. So
Yeah.
it's funny because see, I don't work that way. I do listen to the lyrics back when I was doing music videos, and maybe that was my problem. Maybe that's why I never got really that successful directing music videos because I don't know. I couldn't think. For me, I never found. I guess
Now you know my secret.
Yeah, I know.
Embrace the dark side. Come on.
and the dark side.
No, it's
That's a joke of
late.
the day.
Late.
I know.
So for me it works, just to feel the music, and
Okay.
after that I pay attention to the lyrics.
Okay.
That's why, and I said, I remember I had a partner, and she said, no, Danny, you have to pay attention to this. I said no, and after that I just go to my client and tell him, this is my idea, I love it. It's because I'm an artist trying to inspired by other artists, so that's why I need to pay attention what I feel, okay, over what he trying to communicate in the song. I think that's the way how you sell this product, for me. If you had other method, it's okay.
Okay. There's another question here that we have. This is from Robert Christensen. Danny, what shooting constraints in Latin America do you think have made you better as a filmmaker? Anything you'd recommend to North American filmmakers? So like maybe, I don't know, what is different, I guess, in shooting in South America, and then some constraints that you think were actually maybe good?
Explain me more.
Like something, you heard the question. Like sometimes people, for example, are like, okay, I need the unlimited budget. I can do anything, if I have a limited budget. But I actually find, and for me too, and a lot of filmmakers say that with an unlimited budget, sometimes I can actually be like, you're just kind of, because you can do anything, you kind of feel like, my God, like I don't know what I should be doing. Whereas I know for me, especially like when I'm doing stuff that's low budget, I'll look around like what locations can I get for free, for example, or locations that we can afford, and then that will then start inspiring my ideas.
Yeah,
right?
I remember when
So
I was
maybe
a
is there certain locations?
yeah, I remember when there is an assistant that a director that I was assistant. He told me once, it's easy to be a director when you have money, and I always remember that it's easy to be a director, a great director, when you have a lot of money for the production.
Okay.
Yeah, he said that, and that's why he was always pushing. He's a great director right now on commercials, and he started to pushing, the producer. So no, let's do this, but it's in difficult uh, environment. Just trying to do this because this way, you make people explore their talent. That's why, and for me it works actually because I started to make music videos. I always had fights with my team, where he said, "Why don't you realize what did you understand, or whether you have the money to do that?" I said, no, let's try to do it at least very close to my idea, because I know we only have $3,000 to make the music video, but I don't care, just let's try it. And it's a good exercise, for to increase your talent, and to know, and because after that, maybe a couple of years after that, when you have a lot of money, like right now I'm making music video for 15,000 or 20,000, my ideas are better right now. So that's why I know how to create a crazy idea or something that the client's gonna love.
So you're saying because you
with a
never
few budget.
held yourself back, you were always like just trying to do something bigger than you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting too.
Yeah.
Okay, and another question we have here from Damien Paz. Danny, any tips on dealing with record labels and managers?
Oh my God, it's the worst. With managers, yeah. I remember once that there was a manager that told me, after editing all the video, having a lot of problems, he said, "Remember, Danny, I gave you the idea, just the basic idea, just the basic. I want my singer fights with other women. That's all the idea." I think I explained too much. Yeah, but
I think I know.
Yeah. I told you about him.
Yeah.
So he was there. I was okay. Don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna create, and I created an idea based in that idea. So after a lot of work, he said, I remember one night I was watching a movie, and he texted me, so okay, if you put the name of the director, you have to put my name because I'm the director.
So you wanted to put directed by you and then
that
him?
guy. That guy.
Yeah.
No, not me. Him.
Or just him?
Yeah. And he said, "What? Excuse me?" And he said, "Because I gave you the idea, remember? So I'm the director. You just operate the camera."
Oh.
So are you? Yeah. So do you forget all the treatment I made, all the work, everything?
Like you even do your own storyboards, right?
Yeah, all the narrative, all the language, everything. So do you forget about it? No, but that's not being a director, he said. Oh my God. It's the first time I remember I was start screaming to the client, insulting him, because it was very offensive. Just come on.
Don't do that, kids.
No, don't never do that. I was learning. Okay. But yeah.
No, but you had a contract in place, so he couldn't change that.
Of course, but
So that was a
some
good
people
thing.
don't care about it. It's
No,
like
but I'm saying, like, if you didn't have a contract in place, and then let's say that your client takes your video that you directed and puts their name as directed by, I mean, that's stealing work.
Yeah, of course.
You can go to court, obviously, and
Yeah,
things, but I mean, that's just
but so many people don't. Well, in Ecuador,
Okay.
I think in US it's different. Everybody understand that.
Oh, you'd be surprised. There's some shady people everywhere. Like
Okay.
I did a video in, well, maybe I'm not gonna say the country because let's just say it was in Europe. I don't want to say specifically where. And and I've had some great experiences shooting films, music videos, all kinds of things. And this was a documentary, and literally, like, I think it was altogether it was 3 weeks. I think we were shooting there. Like a week into it, the client basically came in and said, "Oh yeah, because we were like putting some stuff online and whatever." And then he's like, "Yeah, by the way, you don't forget to put my name as the director in there." Like, and he wanted to put like his name next to mine, and I was like, "But you're not the director. You're the client, and you're producing it. Like that was the agreement, but I'm directing." He's like, "Oh no, I'm directing it with you." Like he was also like convinced and said that, and I'm like, where are you when we're setting up the cameras? Where are you like when we're thinking of the angles, the how we're gonna edit it? Like like just nothing. Like
I remember that.
and like it was similar in a way to your thing. It's like he had some general ideas he would give me. Some I used, some I didn't use. But at the end of the day, yeah, he wasn't thinking. And yeah, let's just say that job didn't end well.
I remember that music video we worked together. The first music video we made. Remember?
Local.
Don't say the name.
Oh,
Come
sorry,
on,
sorry.
Don't say the name.
Okay.
Toot. Okay. So
Screw up.
totally. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, it's okay. So after we made all the editing, the color grading, I remember his manager
Okay.
called me to say, Danny, I want my name in the music video. I said, okay, what do you want? He said, executive producer, 11111. I said, no, people don't used to put that name there.
Oh yeah, on front of a music
producer,
video.
because, no, because I put all the money for that. But yeah, but it's not that you can see in the music videos. No, I'm the director and singer. If you want the label, if you want, it's okay. But no, I want my name there because that's how I want. Okay, so my suggestion maybe is just
What's it?
let them do
keep
whatever.
it PG-13
Just be in peace, just let them do whatever they want. It's yeah, because at the end they're paying for that.
I guess, but I mean, in terms of like you had that one client that wanted to literally replace you and put himself as a director.
That's
I
different.
Yeah, I would not, because
That's different.
You putting in all that work and all those thoughts and the creative decisions you're making on set. That's what directing is.
Yeah.
It's not coming up with the overall idea. Or
No,
whatever.
it's all about respect too, because at the end they have to understand that you have a name. They have to respect you.
I mean, I'll tell you that if somebody told me after I spent like all this time directing a video for them, they told me, "Oh, you're just a cameraman, like a camera operator," I'd be like, "Okay, I'm sorry," like, and it definitely would not work with them again. So
yeah, of course, it's a decision you make after that, and not work again with that guy. But remember that in this industry, people talk. So
that too, yeah.
it was a problem for me, but in that moment when this manager told me that, put my name in as director, yeah, I overreacted, I think. Okay, but after that, I had a meeting with him and said, I'm sorry, so don't worry and everything. That's okay, because remember, people talk. And this is about recommendations, just in this industry. Okay, you make a great job, but if you're a bad person, you react bad with people, so they're gonna see, okay, he makes a great job, but oh my gosh, he's the worst with clients, so don't work with him because it is that. Yeah. So at this moment, I have my my bad behavior on stage, but most of the clients love to deal with me because I'm very friendly. And said, okay.
You are.
Yeah, so when I have the meetings, I invite them, a coffee, to eat something. I always text them because it's important to have contact with clients.
Good tip. Yeah, good tip is that like if you're doing, especially whether it's commercials or you're working with
it's a
music videos,
business.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not about just doing good work with the camera.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be good at dealing with people.
It's about charisma, I think. It's the way how you deal with people.
Yeah.
So remember that always.
We have another question here from Rob Christians.
The same?
Yeah.
Just one question by people.
Come on, people, ask us questions. Tom and Danny, isn't part of developing a style learning the standard rules and then getting to a point where you're bored by them, and doing things different, and then doing things different just to break out? Also, because the question is this, like, is it basically, is it first about more learning the standard way of filmmaking and then breaking the rules?
I understand. I remember I have something to remember right now.
Okay.
I remember that I was working as director assistant, and I asked the director the same question. I said, you have to break the rules, and he said, to break the rules, you have to know the rules first. So for me, so what I learned that day was that if you want to break the rules, learn all of them. Learn about all the rules, the camera, how to deal with clients, how this, that, how it works, and all the jobs that people make and the crew and everything. So after that, I think you can break them, because if you don't learn how it works, how do you gonna break? And if you break the rules, okay, you create your own style. It's important, I think. If you want to show your talent, it's more important if you create you create your style.
Uh-huh.
And and it's we talked this before, right?
Yeah.
It's making money is one thing, to make all the same, all similar. And if you want like a recognition, maybe, or you have a name, you have to create a style. But to create a style, I think you have to learn from other directors. For me, my experience is that working in commercial, it works a lot for me, because I learned from so many directors, assistant. I was paying attention a lot. I was working in casting. No, always I work in commercial as director assistant, but I remember I was there in the casting apartment. I was there with gaffer, on the gaffer, the technicals, everything. The camera apartment, even when I remember we shooting commercials in 35 millimeters. So I was there sitting with, being friendly with the guy, a camera operator, and he said, "Okay, this is the film that we use for this and that." It's important you learn all of the things, To
What's the best way you think to learn though?
For me,
Go to film school. I don't know. Like, yeah.
no, being on stage working.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
So
I couldn't. I remember years
is-
ago I wanted to go to film school in Argentina, because in Ecuador we didn't have in that time, so I couldn't afford it. So what I made is to stop working in television, because I was working there. It was very frustrating to work there. Ecuadorian television is the worst, I think. Well, there's worse, I think, but I was working there, and I wanted to.
I love how you like promoting Ecuador. It's like, it's the worst. Don't come to Ecuador.
So I tried to make films that was very expensive, and in Ecuador, right now people say that there's a filming industry, but no, it's just growing, But I found that the best producer company in Ecuador was a company. Well, I'm not gonna tell the name, but they were working on filming, on film, 35 millimeters camera, ARRI 235. I remember ARRI 3 and everything. I had a lot of cameras there, so I knew that, and I went to ask for a job, and I started to working for free. Just to be there on stage,
So what was like your first job there, like just to be,
I was there. Yeah, I was getting earning good money. I remember in television, and a friend of mine was working that company and said, "Danny, there's a job here for editing, casting." I said, "Okay," but I didn't want to do that. I don't like it. But I was there with the lady who was hiring, and she said, "Okay, this is what I have right now." And I said, "No, I don't want to do that." And she said, "Why are you here?" So, because I want to be a director.
Wow, you're
and they said, "You cannot be a director. You're nobody." They said, "Okay, what do I need to become a director?" And he said, "Maybe being a director assistant." And I said, "Okay, I'll take the job." I didn't offer the job. I said,
That's hilarious.
"Don't worry, I don't need money right now." And it's just, okay. So they were testing me,
Okay.
2 commercials for free.
So you had balls, I see. You just went in.
Yeah. So I was working for free.
Yeah.
And after I got my first job, I remember my first commercials, I got prepare the sound.
Oh yeah.
I got $100 for a commercial for 5 days shooting. I was not there. Oh my God. So
then he's doing the sound effect mixing.
I
here.
tried. So that's how I started.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, it was a great school making commercial. A lot of people in film industry, they say, "No, you sell yourself. It's a commercial." But no, it's a good school, because it's like making a short film every week. It's just.
Yeah. I mean, and with music videos too. Like a lot of music videos, you shoot them one day, shoot and stuff. I mean, I would say pretty much any experience on set, I think beats basically going to film school. Might sound bad. Some of you might not like that, but I mean, I think that's the reality. I mean, unless we're talking about, I don't know, experience on a film, on like a porno film or something, but you know what I mean. But no, otherwise, yeah, any film set experience I think is valuable, because I'll tell you also, like, I've seen people who go to film schools and they do great and they develop nice connections and stuff, but the people that are successful at film schools are the ones that actually went to film school and make a freaking film. like they meet people there. They they collaborate with other people. That's why that way you can also make connections. But also you produce something. You actually make something that people can see. Because I've also seen people who had the potential and they've gone to film school and they just did the bare minimum, like whatever. They studied, they read about other films, but they didn't do anything themselves. And at the end of the day, you need that set experience, right?
Yep.
Like knowing how to behave, how not to scream at clients.
There's a lot of things that the film and school don't teach you there, you know.
Yeah, and especially about the business side, I
Yeah.
think, they don't teach you. So, yeah, those things are obviously very valuable. So let's look at here some more comments that we got. Where is it here? All right, another one from Trevor. How much of your budget is hair, costume, location now compared to when you started, or even year to year? So like,
When I started on music videos,
yeah,
nothing.
okay.
Nothing. I remember I had a friend.
So
that
who did the hair and
Can you help me this weekend? Okay, don't worry. It was for free.
Oh, okay.
And or I asked for the artist, do you have your makeup and hairstyle and everything? Say, yeah, I have one friend. So that's how we started. Now I can charge, I can hire someone. I can charge for that too. He said, okay, we need this stylist. So the last music video we made last week, there was a hairstyling, a makeup artist, we had an art director, wardrobe, all of them hired, and we had the money for that. So maybe it depends on the idea. I think if you charge more than 10,000, in Ecuador 10,000 is a lot of money.
Okay.
To pay for a music video. There's people that's doing music videos for $1,000 or $2,000.
Oh, wow.
10,000 is like a decent music video. Most of my music videos are based in 10,000.
Okay.
So maybe you can, if you care about the style, and you have to understand that the artists, you have to make them come back to you. So put the money there on their hair, makeup, wardrobe.
Make them feel like a star, basically.
Make them feel like a star and make them look very well. It look good. It's important because remember that people, there are people.
Yeah,
those are people, and they need to feel that they care about me.
Well, that, but also I think, like you said before, it's about your music video. You're selling not just the song but the artist, right?
Of course.
So it's like if you were shooting a commercial of whatever, this microphone, Coca-Cola or something bottle. You take your time to make these perfect shots of those products. The same thing here. Like you got to make sure that the artist looks good, right? If they don't look good, then the thing. What else is there? Another question that we have here from Alex. Tom, did you ever hear a phrase like, "Oh, nice video. Perhaps you have a good camera"?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That unfortunately happens, I think, too often. And I mean, not to say that having a better camera can definitely help, but like for example, in the case of this video, what was this shot on?
That video? No, the other one?
Yeah, the previous one.
Can you put it there again or no?
No, actually, this one even, for example.
No. Okay, this one was shot in the Arri Alexa, the first one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah, because someone told the client, her dad, actually, because she has 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
So her dad told me, people say that the best camera is the Alexa. I said, okay, do you want the Alexa? Yeah. I said, Alexa is.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that was creepy. Somebody's talking to us, and that's because I have the Amazon. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
so
want. Let's not say that name too loud.
Okay. So the client told me that, and I said, okay, if you want it, I can rent it. So, what was the question? I remember.
Basically, like have you ever have somebody look at you and be like, "Oh, nice work, right? I like your work. You must have a good camera, right?"
Yeah, but I think the way I distract the client about it, because he said, "No, it was a nice camera. Which camera was that?" And I said, "The camera is Danny Ruan."
Yeah, no, and I'll tell you though that is. I get a lot of times people asking me, because I review cameras online and stuff, and people are like, so which is the best camera, right? Which is the camera that's going to give me the most clients? And the thing is that, and I pretty much always tell people, yes, there's some better cameras out there than others, right? But although now, because of the leveling field, I think it's slowly becoming a thing. I mean, you can still spend $50,000-$60,000 on an Arri yeah, you're gonna have technically the best things when it comes to just the image, but you won't have the best, image stabilization. So like, because those are cameras that are meant just to acquire the best image. But like, for example, like even here, actually, I have I have actually two cameras that were kind of started playing around with. So this is the Zcam E2, Sony A6600. These cameras now, I mean, with this camera, you could probably shoot music videos right now. Like somebody who's starting out, right?
Yeah, of course.
6600, right?
Of course.
I mean, you started with the A6300, right?
Yeah.
This one definitely, and this one shoots in RAW and ProRes and all that stuff. So I would say at the end of the day, or I would like to say that it doesn't matter what camera you have, but you know what? In reality, it matters maybe because you can do good, amazing work, like I said, with those cameras that I just showed you, or with the cameras that I'm filming here, or whatever, or with the Arri. But at the end of the day, I think what matters is what the client, right? How they view it. And unfortunately, like if I know from my experience, a lot of times if you bring like a small camera on set, the client's like, "Oh, that's it. That's all you
all?
Yeah. And so
you take it from your pocket. Come on.
Yeah. So size does matter.
Big camera.
Yeah, they want a big camera, and so put the mud packs on there. Put all those things, even if you don't need it, because that impresses the client. But then if you have a client, like in the case of that video you said, where the client is like, "No, I want to shoot on the Arri," right?
And it's funny because this one video, the people is watching the video.
Yeah.
Okay. This video looks almost the same of the other videos. The same client. And I said when he asked me for other videos, but this is her third video.
Okay.
Yeah, the first video made them. Other people made it. So he asked me, so we are gonna rent the same camera? I say no, I have a new camera, the Blackmagic. He said no, but it's not the Arri. I said just let me do it. And after that, you can compare the quality.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh my God, looks the same at the end." Yeah. Oh my God, I like the quality and everything. Yeah, because it's not about the camera,
Yeah.
And this camera is amazing.
It is. But I mean, if you had, let's say, the Sony A6600 right next to this, yeah, you want to be able to shoot in RAW. But if you have good locations and good lighting, good, the whole production design, both cameras would look equally good if the production design is good and the ideas for the videos are good. If the production design or ideas are bad, it's going to look bad on both cameras, right?
Yeah.
So you're talking about like minimal increase of quality, like really between these cameras.
Yeah, in colors too.
Exactly, yeah. It's for sure shooting in RAW and some of those cameras that can do it. It gives you more freedom when you color grading and things like that. But the final product, the client won't see that.
No.
So that's the thing. So a lot of it is just it's just marketing, brand name. It's like, oh, well, I heard these guys shot on the Arri, right? Or they shot on the Red camera or whatever. I want to shoot it on that camera. And I think it's a mistake though if sometimes you have to cave in when a client tells you, right? Oh, that's what I want to shoot on. Okay, make sure you charge them.
In Puerto Rico, they make a lot of music videos there for this reggaeton music, trap music. So if you watch all these videos, they look the same. They think that own a Red camera is the best, and everything. But the ideas, oh my God.
Yeah,
because the butts shaking, the asses and all the girls in bikinis.
What's wrong with that, Danny?
No, it's not what about.
You don't like girls shaking?
It's so simple to create an idea. You just see. You don't watch 2 or 3 music videos like that. I have the idea right now. It's all the same. So I remember I had a client. He tried to. He wanted to make a music video for less than 2,000. And I said, let me see. I don't know. Okay, I accept it. So she knew that in Puerto Rico, she can make a music video for less than that. And she came, I remember 1 month ago, and told me, can you help me with the color grading? Because I made this music video there and I like it. It's the idea. I don't like the idea. I don't like everything. So please help me with that. It was very disappointing because she tried to do something, original or new. It's very similar to all the music videos they do there in Puerto Rico. It's not a bad job. They're doing their work. It's great, but it's about ideas. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you don't have good ideas or just when it comes to concept, but also just well executed production design, then the best camera in the world is not going to help you, right? So we have another question here. This question is from...
Keep doing it. We have 2 more hours. So
no. We're about to finish. But Cheese Lewis, Cheese Lewis TV. As a music video creator, what are the top 3 questions you ask your client when they ask you how much is for a music video?
Okay, the first I ask him is, what do you need? This
Okay.
I ask, yeah. Where do you want to go? What's your target? And what are you gonna do with this music video? What's your plan? You
Okay.
have a promotion plan? You have a marketing plan? What are you gonna do with this? Or well, there's a lot of questions, but for me, it's important, to first to deal with the budget and the ideas, to know what are the goals they have, for this new product. Because if not, nah, I'm doing this for fun. Okay, okay, let's put the money you want. So okay, that's got fun.
Yeah.
But like the last music video we made, the artist, I know him. He's not my friend, but I respect him a lot because he's doing a great job. And I told him, okay, where are you going with this music video? Because you're doing a great job. So right now, I think it's a big step. He said, yeah, for me it's a big step because I want to start the next year with a great music video. I have to put a lot of money in promotion. So I said, okay, so let me create an idea, different idea. So give me the freedom to create something that is totally different to all the music videos you made. And I made a music video for him. Remember with you? Remember Fly, the music video?
Yeah.
It was. We enjoyed the music
That
video.
was a great concept and a really cool story because it was like a movie.
Yeah, he gave me the idea, just the base of the idea, and I created the script. It was a whole movie, even so stressing that we had a fight there. Remember that, or wasn't that video?
Me and you?
Yeah, me and you.
Never fight.
Yeah.
He's lying.
Well, I fought with all the people.
Or maybe you get angry. I
always get angry. But I remember it was so difficult, very complicated music video, but I didn't care because I don't know, I sensed that this artist was gonna be great after that. And that's what happened. So right now he made 4 music videos in Colombia. It's okay, but it's okay, the quality and everything, but not the creativity. So after that, he came to me. I said, hey, Danny, I want to work with you again. So let's do a great music video. I said, okay. So that's why I think
the video, right?
that's the video. Yeah. So that's why I believe that you have to understand that this is commercials. This is like making a commercial. You need to know why they want, why they need, or what the goals are. Because if you don't know that, you can make whatever you want, just shooting an apple there on the table.
Yeah.
But if not, to say, okay, you need to show this about you. Okay, let me think an idea, to make you look great that you are right now, But the thing is that you have to help him to
find those ideas.
Yeah, to become greater. Just you have to help him. Because at the end of the day, remember that all the promotion they make helps you too.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
If you do a good job on the video, and then
of course.
then they spread the video,
That's why it's very important you ask those questions to them.
Yeah. I think we're getting. We're already past the hour, so I think we should be finishing up. But if you guys have any more questions, just leave them out, down below in the comment section. We're gonna try to check back. Like. Bad timing, Danny.
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember.
Danny's just loving this, pressing this thing. But yeah, leave us your questions, comments, whatever. We're gonna try to check on those. Any other last, advice you would give to somebody who's starting out?
If you want to make a casting couch, we had a couch there.
Oh my God!
So you can. Okay.
Your last words?
No, I'm sure that a lot of people are gonna comment there. They get.
Yeah. All right. So what else besides the casting couch?
What else? What?
And you
Other tip? Fight for your ideas, guys. Try to make your ideas, even if the client don't accept it. Just try to to be friendly with them. Because it's important, as I told you.
Convince them, right?
Convince them, yeah. Let's do it. Well, your idea have to be don't worry about your ego. That's what I told you, remember? It's try to, I read in a book once that it's not about what you want to do as as artist. is what would you want to do to help this person, to help this client. Because at the end, don't see that, oh, I'm gonna make the best music video because now the people is gonna see how my talent, and everything. So that's why you can see a lot of music videos that the music is in one side and the story was on the other side. It's totally different. It said, nah, it hadn't relations, it's just it's difficult to understand. And it's the word from an artist and his work.
It might be great visuals, but if they don't fit the song and stuff, then it doesn't work.
That's why you first has to ask them why they need, and after that, create the idea based on what they need. And then you can put your ideas and demonstrate your talent.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to make music videos. And after that, the cameras, the lenses, the lights, it's okay,
Yeah, but
you can make a great music video with just one Sony Alpha camera, the cheapest lenses, and no lights, all just the sound. But if you had a great idea and you sell the artist as the way he wants to look great.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said, at the end of the day, you're selling the song, you're selling the artist, just like in the commercial, you're selling
someone
the
is hiring you to make them, make the work,
make them look good. And so and if you do a good job in an original way, then they're probably going to be more happy, and if they're happy, they're going to spend more money in promoting the video,
and they're going to look up for you again.
Yeah, and you get more work,
and more clients, and everything.
Yeah. So it's definitely important, all those things. So, anyways, hopefully it was a fun episode. What? I'm just like watching your fingers. He's like having fun here with the board. Oh, I put the volume down. All right.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
But yeah, what is it? If you guys want, get in touch with Danny. You can find his Instagram down below in the description of the video. Check out some of his work. You still have a YouTube channel or no?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel, but after I got fat because I was skinny before that, so I stopped I lost my figure. I was.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's why. I don't like to lie. So after that, I stopped to do those videos.
Okay.
I like to teach.
But do you have somewhere where people can see your work?
Yeah, there I have my Vimeo channel, my Vimeo account. You can find me in Instagram, in my Garage Filmmaker account too, in Instagram, and my personal account is more for professional, it's just for work. And in YouTube, you can find some tutorials there. What was skinny, actually. So.
But yeah, if you guys want to see more of Danny's work, you want to get in touch with him, you have other questions, whatever, just go and and follow the link in the description of the video. That's a great video, by the way. I think that's
That's my favorite video, actually.
I think that's also one of my simply because
nobody
the story.
expect the end.
Yeah,
that's why.
I'm not gonna ruin it, but if you guys have a chance, watch this music video that Danny did.
And after that experiment, I started to make those twists, and stories. Yeah, that people don't expect that.
But overall, the video is cool visually, all that stuff. But the story definitely is cool in this one. So
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, if you guys are interested, again, more info, follow you can find Danny on Instagram. Same thing for your company, Garage Filmmakers.
Garage Filmmaker, yeah.
And if you have more questions, leave them down below. We'll follow up with you guys. And I will be doing more live shows. I'm gonna have other filmmakers, directors. I'm just like, what did I see there?
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'm gonna have other, like I said, other directors, other filmmakers, producers, different people who are in the filmmaking industry, whether it's music videos, films, that kind of stuff. So I was just like, are you doing some faces or something?
No, because I was thinking maybe you can promote the casting couch too. Don't forget that, guys.
Oh my God.
Okay.
The
Start casting from tomorrow, okay? So we'll begin tomorrow. We have a giveaway, right? We have both camera there, so.
Oh no!
There's a contest, guys.
I'm not giving away
get a Z-cam.
Maybe Danny's giving away some cameras. You've got one too many.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing more live shows. So Filmmaking Times is gonna be coming back. I might even be doing this or releasing these as podcasts. If you guys are interested, let me know definitely. Anyways, that's it for this show. The next one I'm gonna announce as always. On my social media, but best way to find out is on my website, tomantosfilms.com, so check it out there. And yeah, that's it, I think, for this one. So thank you, man. Thank you for coming out. hopefully we'll work again. Call me.
Thank you.
And hopefully you guys
Master Antos, thank you.
hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. So bye.